have ANZAC Day coming up, and a really beautiful project to do with the kids is making poppies. It teaches them about the poppies are the symbol of remembrance to honour all the fallen people in war. So we love our poppies, they're very beautiful and they really mean a really special thing. So I have a couple of different poppies, different ways of making poppies here today. Some easy ones, some slightly harder ones, just stuff that everyone can do. So join in how you can with what you've got at home. I'll be showing you step by step and explaining different ways that you can do it with different items at home as well. So these are the three poppies we're going to make. So we have our paper plate poppy, which is nice and big and bright. And then another version of that is our sun catcher poppy, which uses tissue paper, and when the light goes behind it, it really accentuates the red and is so vibrant and beautiful. And then we have just a little cute little one made out of egg cartons. You can see I've made one into a brooch just down here, a little egg carton poppy. Now after Easter, I'm assuming everyone will have lots of egg cartons to cut up. So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with our little egg carton poppy. So get everything ready. So to do an egg carton poppy, you need an egg carton. If you don't have an egg carton, it's totally fine to just draw a circle on a piece of paper as well and go along that way. But I'll show you this and then I can show you some alternatives, okay? So, with the egg carton, cut off your big flappy bit, cut off your side bit, because what you want is you want these bits where the eggs sit, because each bit where the egg sits is going to turn into our poppy. That's what we want. So, I've cut one down a bit here. So I've cut the flappy bits off, and then I've started to cut the individual bits apart. You can start to see they look a bit weird because they have all the extra bits coming off them. So this is what we want. We want one of these. So we'll put that aside. So we've got our egg carton bit, and we did that with scissors. Sorry, my apologies. I should have shown you what we needed to begin with. We need our egg carton. We need a marker, we need red paint and a paintbrush, and we need scissors. So what I was explaining before, we did with our scissors. So you might need to help the kids with the scissors. All right, back to our little one egg piece that we have. So you have your one little egg piece that you've cut out of your big one, and you take your scissors, and you're cutting off all the excess, but you want to keep as much as you can of this part here. So I'm just going to go up to this line where it stops itself, and I'm going to follow where that is. And I'm just going to cut around to make a little bowl. So just be cutting around. Cut that bit off. And as you see, we've created just a little bowl out of one egg cup piece. So then with the scissors, you can see there's already some lines kind of folded into the egg carton. We're going to follow those. They're going to be our indicators to where to cut our petals. So we're going to cut a slot, and that will divide each of our petals. So we'll do one slot, one snip, snip. And another snip, snip, and another one, snip, snip. Now, poppies, you can have as many petals as you want or as little petals as you want, but 4 or 5 is a nice amount. So I've just done 4 slits, 1, 2, 3, 4, to make it like that. Now, doesn't quite look like a flower yet, does it? What do we need to do? We need to cut and round the edges so they look like nice petals. So we'll get our scissors again. And we're just trimming just the corner of those bits off. We're not cutting it down much. We're just cutting the very tippy corner off. Like that. And you follow around. And you do 1, 2. So I've got 2 now. Almost got 3. And then lucky last number 4. Cut all the little sharp little corner bits off. And look at that, starting to look like a flower. How nice is that? So, now, you can colour this in. If you don't have paint at home, that's totally fine. You can use textures, you can use markers. I'm going to use paint to cover this and then show you what to do next with that version. But you can totally just use markers to colour it in. I've just got a paper plate here to put my paint on so I can squelch it out there to paint my poppy red. Squished out a nice bit of paint. Got my paintbrush. And you want to really nicely cover, smush in there, get all the bits, completely cover it. Get it all nice and beautifully red. The beautiful colours that poppies are. They're that gorgeous bright red. So, there you go. Look, it's a poppy. What does it need though? It needs a nice black centre, doesn't it? Yep. So, I've got one. Leave that to dry. Make sure you let it dry before you start drawing on it, because then the texture gets icky and you don't want that. So, I've got one that I prepared earlier that's already dry. So, we'll put that aside. And I've got my black marker. Now, the beautiful thing about doing it with an egg carton is that egg cartons have this circle bit in them, which is the little egg sits on, which is a perfect little template to follow for our circle in the centre. So we're going to just actually use the black marker and trace onto that circle. So I'm just going around just where that circle is, just like that. And then I'm going to colour it in. Colour, colour, colour. And then I'm just going around the edge bit just to make it a bit bigger so it looks like the petals are coming out of the black spot in the centre. And just like that, just as simple as that, you have a cute little poppy. And because there's 12 bits in an egg carton, you can make so many of them really easily, and then you can do a beautiful thing with them. I've got quite a few of them already made here. That, hold on, let me put a paper plate in the centre so you don't see the red spot. But then you can start to stick it to a paper plate to make a wreath and do a beautiful poppy wreath. Then you can cut out the centre and just have a beautiful poppy wreath made out of your egg carton ones. Or, as I've done here, I've attached a little pin on the back and I've made it into a beautiful pin to be able to wear it. So, different variations and ways of doing a tiny little cute one out of egg cartons. Okay, now, if you don't have egg cartons, now we've got some other options for you. So, we'll put our little egg carton ones away. Okay, now we're going to use paper plates. Now, if you don't have paper plates, totally fine. Because do you know what you do have at home? You have normal plates. So, you can take a piece of paper and you can get one of your normal plates at home. I'm going to use the paper one though. And, maybe I'll use a smaller one. And use the smaller one, and then with that, you can just trace around it. There we go. To get your circular shape, just like the paper plate, on your paper. And then you can start with that as a template instead of our paper plate. We like to use the paper plate as a template because it's a really beautiful big size for the poppy, because we want to display it places, the bigger the better. Nice little ones are great for pins and things and en masse, but sometimes it's good to do big, bold, bright ones. So that's why we're using a paper plate as a template. So you can do your version. Paper, paper plate, all good. I'm going to continue with the paper plate, okay? So with the paper plate, again, you have options. You can use markers, and you can have a black marker, a red marker, and you can do some beautiful designs just drawing, all right? I think if you can see behind me, these ones have been made by the community before and by students in schools, and they're all so different. Be creative, get drawing. Like, they're all varied, different, but they're still poppies. They're still poppies, but they're beautiful. So I'm going to show you one way, but you do it your way. You make it gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to paint this one instead of colouring it in, but you do your way. Again, got my brush, got my paint. That's what I'm going to get going with. So I'm going to blob my paint on the centre. Now again, you don't have to do it this way. I'm just doing it this way because it makes the brush marks go fanning out in a nice even pattern. But again, get creative. You could even paint your kids' hands completely red and do bloop, handprint, 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 and they each make a petal. So that's another different way. Or you can do swirly patterns, get creative. I'll just finish my plate. More paint. What you want to do is you want to, for this version, you want to make it all beautiful and red. So you keep going and going and going until it looks like that. All bright and red. All the bits covered. All right, I'm going to set my wet one aside. Again, make sure you let this dry if you're going to go on marker because, yeah, you don't want to wreck those textures. So I've got a beautifully dry, nice red plate. And I'm going to use my black marker and I'm going to draw on it to create my puppy. So to start with, we're going to draw the centre bit, the circle in the centre. Now, if you're not very good at circles, totally okay. Best thing in your craft toolkit is plastic lids. You can put your plastic lid on the centre, trace around it, and you'll have a circle. So let's do that. Tracing around. Plastic lid, circle, right in the centre. Then I'm going to colour it in. Just like that. You have your centre. Nice and easy. Now the next step, we're going to make a bow tie. We're going to draw 2 petals either side of the circle that makes it look like a bow tie. So I'm going to start with one petal. I'm going to curve around, and we're making it the full size of the plate. So you want to go right to the edges, all the way to the edges. See how my petal goes all the way, uses all the plate. Then I do the same on the other side, all the way to the edge. I told you, it's a bow tie. Now you have a bow tie, and you've got 2 petals. Now to finish the poppy and do the other 2 petals, we're just going to do arches. I'm going to do an arc from the middle of one petal to the other petal. We're going to go big arc all the way up. And then another one on the other side, all the way up. And there you have it. A really nice, simple poppy. And again, colour and decorate how you want. You know, poppies have those little dots, or they have the spiky bits, or again, look at the back for inspiration. Colour it how you like, okay? Now, once you have your poppy and you're really happy with how it is all coloured and you're excited about the design, that's when you get your scissors, because we're going to cut out the shape of the poppy. So we're going to cut out those end bits so that it's just the poppy. We get our scissors and we cut each bit out. Just like that. All 4 done. There you go. Just like that. Same as that one. Beautiful. Got your beautiful poppy. Now that's a nice easy one that you can do, and you can colour it however you want. I'm going to do a slightly harder version now that's using the same technique as we did here, but it's going to turn it into a sun catcher so that when the sun goes through it, it's going to be really vibrant red and look beautiful on windows. All right, so we're going to use the same variation. So we need the same things as we did before. We need a paper plate. We need scissors. We need a pen, marker. This time, we're not using paint though. What we're going to use instead is tissue paper. I've got some here, some beautiful red tissue paper. If you don't have tissue paper at home, again, totally okay. You might have cellophane, or you might just have red card, and that's okay too. Or you can paint some red paper. You do it your way. So, back to the paper plate. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the one before, where I draw my circle in the centre. Back to our lid. Go round. All the way. We've got our circle. Colour it in. You have your dot. I'm going to do our bow tie again. Exactly the same as the one before, so far. Except that it's not red, it's still white. So there's our bow tie. We've got a white bow tie this time. Then we're going to do the other petals, just like before, as arches. Or a half circle. One side, the other side, just like that. Now, what we're going to do for our sun catcher is we're going to cut out all of these white bits so that it looks like that. So in order to do that, it's a really, really good idea to thicken up your black lines. So like double colour them, make them nice and thick so that it's much easier to cut out the white bits, okay? So, using my marker, I'm going to double them up. Colour them nice and thick. Got one down. Two done. You can see they're getting much thicker now, which is going to make it heaps easier for us. And lucky last. See? Much thicker. That way, it's going to be really easy for cutting, okay? So, we've got your scissors again. So we're going to do what we did with the red one. We're going to cut out the outside first. Cut those bits out. Then I'm going to show you a trick to cut these ones out, okay? All right, so start cutting around. And it's totally okay if you cut and see white bits, because we can colour them in black later. Totally okay. And it. This is where adults might need to help, or it's good practice for your scissor skills. There you go, cut out, see? Looks the same as this, except it's not red. At that same step, now we're at a different step. This is where it changes up. This is where it gets a little bit tricky so that we can turn it into our sun catcher poppy, okay? So, we're going to cut these bits out. And in order to cut them out, you can do it a couple of different ways. Some are easier, some are harder. An easy way is that right where the petals meet there, you can just cut into there. It's okay, we can tape that together later. Cut into there and then just start cutting out. You can see that that's loose. That's totally fine. What I forgot to tell you is that we are also using sticky tape. Or you can use masking tape if you want to be more environmentally friendly. And so you can sticky tape that bit back on. Or, if you're feeling a bit of a challenge, you can poke a hole instead, and then make sure you don't get yourself, then start cutting around instead. See? Like that. Got two different ways. All right? You do what's easiest for you. Okay, I'm going to go to one that we had prepared earlier. Ta-da! And put that one aside to finish later. Now, we have our black poppy outline. Now, if there was any white bits after you're cutting, totally okay. Use your black marker, colour them back in, fix it up, all okay. Now, what we're going to do to make our sun catcher poppy is we're going to add tissue paper. Now, but what we're going to do that's a little bit different from just adding the tissue paper like that is we're going to fold it up. We're going to fold it a bit like a concertina or a fan. And the way that it is folded like a fan, like that, these little lines of the fan make beautiful shadows of the petals markings when the light's through it. So that's why we're doing it like that. So what we do, we're going to get 4 bits of tissue paper. Again, you can use card, you can use cellophane, whatever you have at home. Now, you want your piece, I've got a nice rectangle piece, you can see, because when we fold it up, it's going to get smaller. And we want it to be, you can see how much bigger it is than the size of one petal. We want 1 rectangle per petal. Okay? Get that? Right, so we've got 4 of these. I'm going to put that all aside. And we're going to fold these up like you do a fan, like a concertina. So take a little bit and you fold it over. It's about the thickness of my finger, how much I've folded over. Just fold it over. And I'm going to fold it back on itself. 1, 2, and back again. I'm flipping it back and forth. This way it creates the fan pattern. Back again. And again. A little bit more. There we go. Now, with all our folds in it, it will look, when you pull it apart, it will look like an accordion. It looks like that. But to make it a fan, all we have to do, really simple, is pinch it at one end, and then look at that. It's a fan. Ta-da! So we're going to use the sticky tape to just tape it just at the end to hold it together for us. Like that. And then we do 3 more of them because we want 4 of these. So I've made some before. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we want our template back again. Just move all that stuff. So our poppy outline that we made before, we're going to turn that to the back. We're going to stick, with the sticky tape or masking tape, we're going to stick the tissue paper on, okay? So I'm going to put it on the table. I'm going to take one bit. You can see that each of these fans are going to turn into each of the petals, like that. We just need to tape them down. So start with one. And to tape them down, you don't need much. I'm just doing 1. I'm leaving, you want the pinch end of your fan in the center. Then I'm going to take one side and just tape it just to my line there. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And that's all you need, right? So we're going to do that all the way around. More tape. The pinch bit in the center. Get outside. Taping it to our outline. And 2, just like that. And 3. Pinch bit in the center again. Tape. Three. And then lucky number 4. Pinch bit in the center. Tape. And whoop, there you have it. All 4 of them. Now, is it finished, do you think? Oh, there's still a bit of fluff going on around here. So we just need to give it a little bit of a haircut, trim it up. So we get our scissors again. And we're just going to put it down and we're just going to trim where the black line is to trim those bits off. If you want, if it's easier, you can push it flat and use your marker to draw it so that you've got something to trace and to cut. Or you can just go around cutting it. Shouldn't have to cut too much off. I'm just cutting our corner bits. Sorry, hands. There we go. So I've got 2 cut. 2 more to go. One more. See? And now, there we go. It's all trimmed up. So it is a little bit flappy, so you can put a bit of tape there to hold it together there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape each of those bits. Like that. Right there. Another one here. And there. Now, if you've got any gaps going on, like I've got a bit of a gap here, you can just use the tape on the back. Again, go to the back and just put a bit of tape there. Make sure that it all comes together nice in the center. All your points are together. And it's going to tape all those points together. And you can flatten it. It doesn't have to stay all sharp. If you flatten it, it makes even more interesting lines. Now, what do you reckon? Do you like it? Do you know what? Even better with the light behind it. Let me show you. Okay, got a torch. And there you go. Can you see it? How gorgeous is that? Imagine that on your window. How beautiful will that be to walk by and see? Okay. So there are 3 different types of poppies, but I challenge you to do some really creative, gorgeous ones. Do them the way that you want to do. Make them beautiful. And at this time that we are in the world, we're all inside. How about you display them on your window? How about you stick them all up for everyone to see and just flood the streets with poppies in remembrance of those that have fallen? It's a beautiful way, beautiful activity with the kids. All right. As you see, so many different varieties. go for it. Get creative. All right. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye for now. See ya.